question is, do you like the announced cast for the Fantastic Four?
Oh, wait a second. Everything's been announced.
You don't know who they are?
No, I don't.
I didn't know you didn't know because it was big news. I assumed you may have seen it, but I'm really asking for them. Let me actually get your take. Who do you think was cast? Because there were lots of rumours as to who may be cast, who should be cast, who shouldn't be cast, and they've kind of gone for a mix of who shouldn't be cast.
Oh, right. So I remember recently we were seeing PP, Pedro Pascal. I personally wasn't in love with that casting.
No.
Is he on the cast?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you after we do Fact of the Day. Because that's the most important thing here. Page number 284, fact number.
2.
The 100 Years' War lasted for 116 years.
Oh, that's mismarketing.
Well, it was over 100 years, but then you should have called it the over 100 Years' War.
Yeah.
Or the 100 plus years war.
The 100 plus.
But it doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
It doesn't.
So, big news. Fantastic Four has indeed been cast. The main 4 leads are there. PP, you said you didn't want him. You got him.
Oh, no.
Pedro Pascal is cast as Mr. Fantastic. I've never liked this guy. Every time I see him, he creeps me out. He seems like a real weirdo.
It's one of those things. I think Pedro Pascal has reached or is going to reach his saturation point within the market because he's been in so many things. His face is everywhere.
A bit like Jennifer Lawrence or The Rock, where it gets a bit much.
Yeah, and I think soon enough, people are going to say, wait a minute, why am I seeing you everywhere? Why are you the face on everything on Disney?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And then there's this whole Gina Carano situation with Elon Musk and people suing people, and it's going to be a bit of a shit show. It really is. And he's going to be the center of it because he didn't get reprimanded and she did. And she got fired. So you're in this situation where there's 6 of these, half a dozen of the other, and no one really knows where they stand. But Disney, Marvel, Fantastic Four has cast him.
So who else is in this cast? I've always hoped for John Krasinski, Emily Blunt. Now John is not in this. It can't be an Emily Blunt.
No.
So who is going to be Mrs. Fantastic?
Vanessa Kirby.
Oh, there were rumours about her.
There were rumours. Big rumours.
I don't see it.
No.
I really
Neither
don't.
do I. Neither do I. Then there's Human Torch. Joseph Quinn.
Oh, there were rumours about him too.
So basically, all the rumours that came out over the last 3 or 4 months were
correct.
completely accurate.
Okay.
And it didn't exactly get the best reception because a lot of people were saying, I don't want Pedro Pascal. There were a bunch of people saying, I love it. A lot of people saying, not sure about Vanessa Kirby. A lot of people saying, I love it. A lot of people saying, Joseph Quinn. I don't even know who he is. Other people saying, no, he's great. So it's a little bit confused.
See, just from those 3, I don't see the gelling of these characters.
And the 4th one is the only one that I'm actually on board with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is it?
The Thing.
Yeah, no, who is who is the Thing?
Ebon Moss-Backrack.
Okay.
The guy from The Bear. The guy from Punisher Season 1.
Oh,
Micro.
yeah. Yes.
He's a great actor. I love him. He has good charisma. He knows what he's doing. He's very, very underrated even now.
Oh, see, that's a bit of a banger.
In fact, I would even take him as Mr. Fantastic. I would even take him.
I would definitely believe that.
It's going to be a period piece. It might be set in the 60s, 70s, 80s. I'm not sure. But from the image they gave, which was not an official image, it was like an art image, it seems like it's going to be based in that time period, which, hey, you're doing something different with it. So long as it's good, I'm sure some people will love it. But unless the marketing is top tier and it looks like it's going to be a banger and it could save the MCU, I don't think I want to see it because I really disdain Pedro Pascal.
I've seen some clips of Joseph Quinn. He seems like he's a pretty good actor, but I don't see him as the Human Torch.
As Johnny Storm.
No.
The thing is, long time ago, many years ago, the casting was there. And it was a superstar casting. It was money casting. It was oh shit casting. Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, Zac Efron, and whoever you wanted as the Thing, you could have got anyone. And I think Ebon Moss-Backrack is great. So sign me up for that. But that casting of those 3 as the lead, Zac, Emily Blunt, and John Krasinski, I don't know why you would do anything else.
10s across the board.
It writes itself.
It does.
But supposedly the reason was they didn't want everyone to be European.
Right.
Yeah, so they made Mr. Fantastic non-European because he's South American.
That doesn't have to do with anything to do with the actual story itself.
Dumb decisions. Dumb decisions. I think there were many other actors who could have played Mr. Fantastic rather than him. Not even John Krasinski. I think he would do an incredible job as the lead of the MCU going forward. but they didn't want it.
See, here's the thing. It might not just be that the MCU didn't want it. A lot of actors don't want to be part of the MCU
This
now.
is also a big thing happening. There were multiple reports coming out that actors were refusing to audition or refusing the role because they didn't want to be associated with the MCU anymore.
What? For
Which is shocking. That's nuts. But the thing is, the first family, you're signing on for 10 years. Plus, it's not a one-picture deal, one and done. They have got these guys on for 10 plus years.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of actors are saying, I don't want it.
I want to be able to figure out what I want to do flexibility-wise with the shows and the TV that I want to do. And if I'm signed on for the MCU, I have to be on for the MCU. I want to do other things in my career.
I did believe that there was an opportunity with this casting to create superstars and to make the actual characters younger than what most people would have thought would be good casting. Maybe if you weren't going to go for Krazzers and Blunt, you chose some 26-year-olds.
Unknowns.
Completely. And you turn them into the biggest stars over the next 10 years.
See, that would make sense because you'd have them in the 10-year contract. They would be Disney faces and you would make the bang for your buck.
And you would have got them on cheap contracts, exactly.
Exactly.
Super cheap contracts. It would have taken them years to get to mega money, and they would have been happy with it. Something else was this whole age gap between Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal. There's like 13, 14 years now. Our parents have a pretty large age gap, but it is single digits still. 13, 14 years just seems a little too big.
I think that's something about Pedro Pascal. People don't actually realise how old he is. He's nearly 50. Which, when you think about it, isn't age one of the reasons you started to remove some of the MCU stars? Not just because contract-wise they were getting expensive, but RDJ, maybe he's done now.
Right.
But you can't be signing on Pedro Pascal for a 10-year contract at 50.
It doesn't really make sense to me, but they've done it. And this is the situation. I hope it works for them. I hope they make a lot of money. I hope they make a good story. Do I believe they will? No. This is big news. Some people gonna love it. Some people not gonna love it. I'm kinda in the in-between. I'd say I'd rate the castings overall a 4.5 out of 10.
They're going to have to drop the teasers eventually and for us to go, oh yes, or oh no.
It's only coming out in 18 months, supposedly.
Oh, so soon.
So yeah, it's not that far off. And if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. If it's gonna be shit, it's gonna be shit. Maybe we'll watch it, but I doubt it.